Hi everyone, I'm Leon Thomas Lewick. Here's your political news roundup for Wednesday, November 21st. For the moment at least, the rocket attacks between Israel and the Palestinian Hamas faction have stopped. Both sides agreed to a ceasefire. It was proposed by Egypt and endorsed by U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. The deal calls for the end of the exchanged missile attacks. After a 24-hour quiet period, border crossings with Israel will be reopened. Reports say a dubious Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu agreed to the plan after a phone call with President Obama, who urged him to give the plan a chance. For years, the Iowa straw poll has been the earliest signal of strength in the Republican presidential nominating process. But the state's Republican governor thinks the straw poll has outlived its usefulness. Governor Terry Branstad told the Wall Street Journal the poll is no longer relevant. The state's Republican Party chairman begs to differ. A.J. Spiker said he thinks the straw poll is possibly the best way for a presidential campaign to organize ahead of the Iowa caucuses, which kick off the nominating process. Winning the straw poll does not necessarily lead to the nomination. Last summer, the poll was won by Minnesota's Michelle Bachmann. There's a mild political surprise from Virginia. Democratic Senator Mark Warner says he will not run for another term as governor. Polls indicate Warner would be an easy winner in a governor's race. He served as governor from 2002 to 2006 and says he loved doing so. He said his job in Washington has been frustrating at times, but the work there is important for Virginia and the country. A Quinnipiac University poll showed Warner would lead his opponents by 20 percentage points in a gubernatorial race. And back overseas, this was expected to be the week when leaders of the Eurozone signed off on giving Greece the next round of bailout loans it needs to avoid bankruptcy. The leaders balked, however, deciding to discuss the issue again next week. Finance ministers from the 17 Eurozone countries and International Monetary Fund Director Christine Lagarde are trying to work out a timetable to reduce the government deficit increase, which now amounts to just under 190% of the country's annual gross domestic product. That's your political news roundup for Wednesday, November 21st. I'm Leon Thomas Lewick. Stay logged on to rttnews.com for the latest political, economic, and stock market news all day long.